everybody, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing both the governor and senate election predictions. I think going forward up until the 2022 midterms, I'll be doing it together from now on, though don't be surprised if I go back to what I used to do. I like to change my mind a lot. But first, let's go do the governor races. I already have the map filled out. 25 governorships for Republicans, 22 for Democrats. Really only 3 major races, and that's going to be Montana, Missouri, and North Carolina. I already have these safe seats filled out. So let's go from the big margin to the smallest margin. Let's take a look at Missouri. I do believe that'll go likely red. Polling data does suggest that Mike Parson could win in a by a safe margin. Ah, crap! What happened? What happened? Oh crap! Oh, there it goes. Sorry about that. Polling data does show that he is winning by at least, he could win by 5 or more, though we do know how polling data is nowadays during this run. There's something wrong with it, though I will gladly say I'm wrong if it proves to be right, but it does show that Mike Parson could win. I do think he's going to win by 8 to 9 percentage points at the least, so that's why I have it as likely red. Next up is North Carolina. I do have this going to Roy Cooper. I do think he's going to win by 3 to 4 percentage points. He'll do a lot better than he did in 2016. Polling data suggests he's going to win in a landslide, though I call bullshit on that. I do, because there's a lot of people here in Western North Carolina who hate his guts, and the polling turnout is going to be high here in Western North Carolina, in my opinion. Though it could go likely at the end of the day. I just have it as lean to likely 3 to 5 percentage points. I'm swinging towards more 4 to 3, something like that. But here in Montana, I do think that's going to flip, as Greg Gianforte will flip the governor's seat, changing it to blue. He'll win by 1 to 2 percentage points here in Montana, and flipping the seat, giving Republicans 27 seats to 23 seats. A net gain, if I'm not mistaken. Just give me someone a drink. And now let's take a look at the Senate map. As you can see, I already have 46 safe Republican seats and 44 safe Democrat seats. There's no need to really explain. In Texas, Kansas, Roger Marshall is a stronger candidate than Chris Kobach is. I don't see him losing by, say, I don't see him losing like Kobach would have. And at Texas, MJ Hager is not going to run out the Beto Mania support like Beto did in 2018. And John Cornyn probably isn't that well known, according to Ted Cruz, but he was able to win the Latino vote back in 2014, though this is a different environment. I still see it going safe. Now let's go from west to east, as I always do. Start with Montana. I still have that going as tilt blue. Steve Bullock, a very popular governor. I haven't seen much coming out of him, being his popularity dropping from the virus. I think he's handling that very well, from what I've heard. But then again, I could be wrong. I do think he's going to beat Steve Daines, as a lot of the Tea Party senators, Senator Daines, Senator Gardner, Senator Tillis, are going to be in some deep shit. But that's just my opinion. For here in Colorado, another flip. I do see that going likely blue. John Hickenlooper was being investigated, though I think those investigations have stopped, which will only help him going forward. Cory Gardner not very much liked amongst Republicans nor Democrats, and that's not going to help him at the end of the day. If Hickenlooper doesn't win by a likely margin, he'll win by a safe margin. Down here in Arizona, I do believe that the Supreme Court nomination will help Martha McSally a lot, but as of right now, I want to wait until the vote happens and she's either confirmed or denied. If she's confirmed, then I do think Martha McSally will end up winning in Arizona, but as of right now, I'm keeping it as lean blue. As well as Minnesota, I think Jason Lewis is a strong candidate. However, I was upset that Don Bolduc could not get the nomination in New Hampshire. I thought he was the better of the 2 or 3 candidates, Andy Martin and Kevin Messner, I think his name is. I do think Don Bolduc should have gotten the nomination, but of course I don't live in New Hampshire. But we're not talking about New Hampshire. We're talking about Minnesota. Minnesota is being contested between Senator Tina Smith and former Congressman Jason Lewis. Jason Lewis is a very strong candidate. I do think he's going to do a lot better than what polling shows. I think the polling currently has it as a likely to safe margin. I could be wrong. but I do think that Jason Lewis will get it under 5. I think Tina Smith will win by 3 to 4 percentage points at the end of the day. Here in Iowa, it is showing that Teresa Greenfield's winning by 2 to 3 percentage points. We know how shit Iowa polling is. I do think it is going to go to Joni Ernst by a likely margin. She'll win by 5 to 6 percentage points, in my opinion. Though, again, if she's not winning by likely, she'll win by a lean margin. No, excuse me. I need something to drink. Can you hear the... Okay. Down here in Georgia special election, I do think it's going to go off to a runoff. I was speculating to Republicans, but after doing, polling analysis, I did realize that Democrats do have a chance. Raphael Warnock does have a chance, especially with some polling coming out. Warnock actually leading in one of the polls. So that could benefit Democrats today? I don't know. But I'm going to assume that Doug Collins and Raphael Warnock go off to the runoff. I hope Kelly Loeffler doesn't even make it in the top 2. But I'm going to put that as likely blue for right now. Georgia, the main Georgia race, I'm going to say lean red. David Perdue, very popular amongst against Georgia Republicans, and John Ossoff, a very dark horse candidate. No one knows him, knows a lot about him, but I do believe he's a very strong candidate for the South. Not too far to the left, but not too far to the right either. Not too far to the right where Democrats hate him, and not too far to the left where moderates would hate him. So I do believe that John Ossoff will boost up the numbers in the Atlanta region, the Atlanta suburbs region, But I do think that David Perdue will end up winning in Georgia by roughly 2 to 3 percentage points. Now here in North Carolina, it was recently revealed that Cal Cunningham confirmed that he was sending sexual tweets or sexual messages to someone, don't remember who. And I do think that's going to hurt him. I do think Thom Tillis will narrowly KO because of this. I think this is going to hurt good old Cal Cunningham. Even though, I've been saying for months he was going to win. Then the sexual tweets, then this whole sexual scandal came out. Yeah, Cal Cunningham kind of just ruined his chances for now, though I have not seen any polling that has occurred after that. So we'll just have to wait and find out. Here in Maine, I do think this is going to flip. Susan Collins has been flip-flopping for all of her career, and I think it's now starting to bite her in the ass. I do think Sarah Gideon will win by a lean margin, flipping the seat. She'll win by 3 to 4. I think she'll break 50% in the first round. I think so. I could be wrong. They do have ranked choice voting there, and if it goes to a second round, Susan Collins could end up winning it, as it does favor Republicans if you do the research. There's just more right-leaning third parties out there, so that's all I'm going to say. Down here in Michigan, John James has been increasing his ad game a lot, but I don't know how good that is. Gary Peters is kind of winning the whole fundraising race. I'm going to have it as tilt blue for now. Just for now. And because I think John James will do a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And I think he will at the end of the day. But this is my prediction for the month of October. It has 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats, an even tie, so it would go down to the Senate. If this were to happen, this probably won't happen. If I had to guess, I'll get 2 or 3 states wrong. I'm looking at Michigan, Montana, and North Carolina. But anyway, guys, this is the Chaotic One saying peace.